Alright. And we're back. And we're going to figure out why Lucian has a bloody nose. And why we're in
The other kid's
creepy...
name was Noah. Who's Noah? If this is Lucian.
I don't know, man.
Okay.
I have no idea anymore.
Alright. I thought one of these two was Noah, but now I don't know.
He is Noah, but
They're calling him Lucian.
he is Ernest Hemingway.
Right.
Vega. And I don't actually know. Maybe he is like Lucian Noah Blood March.
Let's just go.
Yeah.
This is a different teacher.
Yeah, I was like, wait. Thanks for coming. I can't make heads or tails of this. I look around the scene of the crime and see a bunch of bricks and some masonry tools scattered around.
What happened here? Ernest punched me.
Lucian tried to kill me.
I
don't fucking know. The room falls silent.
I was not trying to kill you, dumbass. I was just trying to build a brick wall around you and see what would happen.
Fucking love it already.
I was gonna say, this seems really reminiscent of that Poe poem.
Yeah. You promised me there was wine down here. You tricked me.
Uh-huh.
Whoa. Wait a second, Lucian. Did you try to Cask of Amontillado Ernest? That's amazing. I love it.
I'm neither confirming or denying that.
I turn to Damien and whisper to him. What's, the Cask of Amontillado? I'm sad about this already.
It's a classic Edgar Allan Poe short story where a man gets his enemy drunk, lures him down to the cellar with the promise of wine of a fine vintage, and then buries him alive behind a brick wall. It's a lovely story.
So wait, Lucian, you tried to do that to him?
I was curious to see how it would turn out. I wasn't actually going to leave him there.
What was the thought process here? That Ernest was just going to sit still while you slowly built a tomb around him?
Well, it worked for like 20 minutes because he's an idiot. But then he realized that I'd lied about the wine.
And you were cackling manically. That sort of tipped me off. Ernest, 20 minutes? Dad!
Whoa!
It took you 20 minutes, son! We just did an entire 2-week unit on the Cask of Amontillado, and it took you 20 minutes to realize Lucian was leading you to an elaborate ruse. Did you even read the story? I read the first 5 pages and then read a review of the movie.
Sweet manchego.
It's only 5 pages long, and there was no movie. Yeah, you're right. I paid Lucian to read it for me.
Actually, he didn't even pay me. So when you think about it, this was me teaching him a lesson.
Damien and Hugo both have their heads in their hands.
You guys are always telling me to engage in literature, and I did. I don't see the problem here.
Alright, I'm filing this under what the hell. Don't do whatever that was again. You two are both suspended for a week. Ernest and Lucian high five. The teachers start to stomp upstairs. Hugo, I'll cover your class. Take your son home. Mr. Bloodmarch, you too.
Thank you for your meditation.
Meditation? Mediation?
Mediation. Thank you for your mediation.
We all head upstairs and out of the school,
intense silence. Lucy and Damon and I all pile into my car.
Why? Do they not have a car?
I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like we're always driving though for some reason.
We are.
And begin the drive home. Lucian immediately puts his hood up and stares out the window angrily.
I'm not going to therapy again. I know, son. It's entirely up to you whether or not you want to go. But I care about you, and I can see that you're struggling. So if you do decide that you would like to speak to a professional about your feelings, we can do that too. Maybe you can spend the next week looking for a summer job, I know how much you wanted your own car.
I can't believe Damien's keeping his cool. I'm impressed.
Fine. Thanks for not freaking out too hard. I love you, son.
Lucian continues staring out of the window.
Love you too.
We spend the rest of the drive in relative silence. The moment we pull into the driveway, Lucian hops out of the car, slams the door, and runs inside.
I didn't expect to have that conversation in front of you. He and I have a lot we need to work out.
It's alright, and all things considered, Lucian's bricklaying was pretty good. So there's that. So there's your silver lining.
There is that, yes. He's probably just going, I really admire how you handled that. Does this kind of thing happen a lot?
Probably just going through phrase to really admire how you handled that. Does this kind of thing happen a lot?
I think the middle one.
Yeah, I was about to say the middle one sounds good. You were a lot more diplomatic with him than I would have been.
I just want what's best for him, and I don't think that yelling at him would do us any would do either of us any favors.
It rarely does. You're a good dad. And he exploded with a lot more eggplants and hearts. See you around soon.
It would be my honor and my pleasure.
Damien bows with a flourish. Classy.
I hope he throws his cape around while he's leaving.
I come home to find Amanda curled up on the couch with a blanket watching TV. I plop down next to her.
Yo.
What you watching?
Tiny House Hunting Brothers Extreme Edition.
I hate this show. The couple on stream bickers back and forth while standing in an extremely small house made out of recycled bottles. The Tiny House Hunting Brothers watch them with bemused expressions, both of their heads touching the low ceiling.
I told you I wanted a 2-bed, 2-bath, shabby chic cottage. This house doesn't even have a bathroom.
But honey, the outhouse is only 20 yards away. It's not that bad.
I'm not pooping outside, Greg.
Why don't they just get a regular-sized house?
I don't know. How'd afternoon tea go?
It got strange. We had to go to the school to pick up Lucian since he tried to...
He lured Ernest down into the cellar with the promise of fine vintage and then tried to break him up into the wall, right?
How did you know that? Has everyone read this story except for me?
Lucian live streamed the entire thing.
Wow. Maybe Lucian isn't the same person.
I think they're different. No, it must be someone else.
This entire day is beyond me. But otherwise, it was a fun day, and Damien... The Damien guy's a character, but he's really good company, and a surprisingly diplomatic dad.
I dig his style.
You know what? Me too.
It was really easy to please Damien.
Yeah, no, he was like super happy. Oh, now we get to see her stats.
Oh, we didn't get bet points. Dang it.
angry about the weather.
You've simply taken the egg
I
on
don't
this
remember
one.
that. What is-
Ojasama?
Ouija-sama.
It's a
I
it's a
really
Victorian
hope that that's
phrase.
something to do with
Technically,
the
it means winning. So
Naruto.
you've
I
ultimately
forgot about that already.
won.
Well then.
There was like voices happening.
I'm sure I will hear them.
My dear friend, you've simply taken the egg on this one. Taken the egg is it's a, it's a Victorian phrase. It technically means winning. So, ultimately you've won.
Okay.
Alright, well.
Interview with the vampire. 1 out of 3.
So there's an achievement for completing 3 dates with everyone.
Yes, that's what it would seem like.
Honestly, I would be willing to...
Date Damien again?
Well, yeah, we can do a second date with Damien. But I do still feel at this time that we should go with Joseph, because he's been the nicest to us. Damien's pretty cool and all.
Matt gave us free food.
It's true, and I do like
I
Matt.
like that interaction when he's like, we must, before naming it, try the banana bread before committing to our artistic belief. And he's like, I'm just gonna give you
Yeah, I was going to give you some anyways, but okay.
for free anyway. And they were like, oh, sweet God.
Oh, thank God.
Thank the stars.
Alright, well, we're going to pick back up on this on the next one. And we're not really sure who we're going to date next. If we're going to go on another one with Damien or if we're going to go with Joseph. Probably date Damien again. I don't know.
Alright, bye.
Bye, guys.